Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of McBookie's Top Tartan Tips. Getting recorded with a Scotland shirt on. It's a Euro 2020 special. Who would have thought we'd ever be back in a situation where we were talking about Scotland qualifying for a major championship? But we're back and it's on home soil. I'm joined as ever by Mark Walker and Tam McManus. And I'll just ask both your guys' opinion. Mark, what's Scotland's expectations? How well do you think we should be doing?
Well, I'm very worried about this because I'm really optimistic. And as a Scotland fan, that's a disastrous thing to be. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be looking to qualify. I think we couldn't really have handpicked two better opposition at home in particular. The Czechs, to me, bang average, haven't impressed. Croatia, World Cup runners-up, but if you look at the record, they've only won 2 out of the last 9 games, and that was at home to Cyprus and Malta. So I think we've got a right good chance. England obviously take care of itself, that's a difficult one, but I think we've got a good balance. I like the way we're trying to attack more. I think there's a great camaraderie in the camp, and I'm worryingly confident that we'll get through, so we can only hope.
So Mark thinks we'll qualify. Tam, do you think we'll qualify? And if we do qualify, how far into the tournament do you think we could go?
Well, I've got a fiver on us to win it at 300 to 1. So I know I've just threw a fiver away, but I'm like Mark. I'm really optimistic. I think that we've got the makings of a really good squad. I hope he plays Gilmour, McTominay, and McGinn in the middle of the park. I think that 3 in the middle would be awesome. I hope he plays the 2 up front, Adams and Dykes. Dykes has not been that impressive, so maybe Nisbet's got a wee sniff getting in the starting lineup. So if he goes 3-5-2 and really has a go, I think we've got to be confident. I agree. Czech Republic at home, Croatia at home. We've got to be looking to win one of those games. I think England away will be a very hard game, but I think we'll definitely get through. I think we'll get through the group, and then who knows from there. But I've got to agree. I'm really optimistic. I think we've got a good squad, so I think Scotland will qualify. I think they were 5-4 to qualify with McBookie at the minute, so I think that's a good bet.
Well, we had one customer who backed Scotland to win at 250 to 1 and Scotland to score no goals at 11 to 1. So he's certainly hedging his bet. Obviously, we'd love it if Scotland won. It cost McBookie an absolute fortune if they do go on to win it. But realistically, they're such a big price that there'll probably be somebody else lifting that trophy. Tam, I'll come to you first. Who do you think will be lifting the Euros?
I think it's wide open this season. It really is. I looked at France. I think France have got a very strong squad, but in a very difficult group. Portugal and Germany in their group. So I've swerved France. I'm going to go for Belgium. I think you've got them at 61, 32. I think Belgium. I think this is their year. I think this is the best crop of players that they'll ever have. I think they're going to lift it, and Lukaku, a top goal scorer. I know you're doing a double. I think it's about 25 to 1, 33 to 1. Belgium to win it, Lukaku, top scorer. So that's what I'm going to pump for, Belgium to lift it.
Yeah, Belgium have been one of the most popular selections on the outright market. Mark, who's your money on?
I'm all over Italy, 8 to 1. I think they've gone under the radar a bit. Nobody really seems to be talking about them. They're in a terrific run. I think it's 27 matches without defeat. Mancini's an excellent coach. They've got really good players. Immobile up front as well. I just think they're a good unit as well, solid defensively, and it's a bit like Portugal the last time. Nobody really seems to be talking about them, and I think they are terrific value at 8 to 1.
So there you go. The boys are both confident that Scotland will qualify, and Tam is back in Belgium, and Mark is going for Italy to win the competition outright. We're recording this a couple of days in advance of the Scotland-Czech Republic game, but let's get your thoughts on that first game. As you say, Scotland have got a great chance to qualify, and this is a game that we should be winning. Mark, what's your best bet for this game?
Two bets. Scotland to win, 2 to 1. I also fancy McTominay to score any time. He seemed to be desperate for a goal against Luxembourg. I don't know what went to him. It wasn't one of his better games actually for Scotland, but I think he's an absolute class act, especially in midfield. He's a huge threat at set pieces as well. He's always up there for the headers. I just think it's a right good price at 11 to 2 to score any time at Hampden against the Czechs, and also Scotland to win at 2 to 1.
As you say, Scotland 2 to 1 at the moment. I've got a funny feeling that they might actually go off favourites by the time the patriotic money comes for them, by the time the teams start coming through. Tam, where's your money? What's your best bet?
got to agree with Mark in the 2-1 Scotland. That will not last. I think that will get hammered in. I think Scotland are a huge price at home to the Czech Republic. And I fancy John McGinn any time. I've not had a chance to look at it on your site, but I think John McGinn's got a fantastic goal scoring record. He's playing a little bit further forward. I think if they play the kind of two sitting players, McTominay and Gilmour possibly, I think McGinn will have licence to roam, get up there and support the front players. He's got a great engine. And as I said, I'll go for McGinn any time. Not sure what price he is, but Scotland to win 2-1, cracking bet.
So there you go, that's what they say, it's the hope that always kills you, and Mark and Tam are both going for a Scotland win at 2-1. If you're having a bet on the European Championships, then remember to take a look at the McBookie site, and the best of luck.